to further explore how effect the Ignition has had with you, tell us how Ignition has helped expand across maybe cross industries, like Scott just said. And a lot of the people attending are interested maybe in what they're doing with Ignition, how it's affected your business. So, you can even do this from the perspective of integrators on this webinar who might want to hear how it helps you get business, how it helps you expand across industries. Remus, you go ahead and start this one.
Yeah. So I'll give you a great example. So I'll talk about a project that we're working on right now that has absolutely nothing to do with manufacturing. So we're working with a customer that manages and maintains a fleet of about 2,500 different car washes. And one of the things they're trying to deploy is a solution to do predictive and preventative maintenance of their fleet of car washes, looking at things like bay temperature, door open, door closed, vibration of the pumps and the motors and the conveyors, all the way up into getting to a point of using AI-based computer vision to detect when someone's sunroof is open, to do loyalty programs around OCR detection of license plates. And when we put the architecture together, Ignition was at the core of it. Because of the cost of the license to deploy into 2,500 car washes, there really wasn't even anything that would come close to the cost of an Ignition Edge license in each one of these factories, and the ability to deploy it in such a variety of different ways. So for us, it's been able to take the skill set that we have of doing these solutions inside of a factory environment with traditional PLCs and automation, and applying that same sort of thinking and methodology into environments that would not typically be a normal type of use case like that. So for us, it's just been like I said, that secret weapon that allows us to rapidly build out these use cases and pilots where it might take a competitor 2 to 3 months because they don't know about Ignition. It takes us 2 or 3 days. And so it's been incredible for us.
That's a great story. That's exactly what I hoped you'd share. Thanks so much. So Chris, how about you in terms of expanding across industries? How has it helped you just overall in terms of acquiring and deploying business?
So for us, our main vertical are data centers, power distribution in data centers, which is growing vastly. But the Integrator Program has been fantastic for us because new customers can look on the Ignition website. They can look up integrators in their area or integrators that do the kind of work that they want to do. And we've been contacted numerous times by companies we've never done business with, that we have no connection with. You go and see them, speak to them, they realize that the product, and we've earned work, and now probably 50% of our turnover has been based initially from new customers that have come, that have sought us out. I have no salesmen. I don't need them. I need engineers first because there's too much work coming in.
I think that's a good problem to have. So thanks. Thank you, Chris. So Scott, how about your answer? I know you kind of got into it a little bit before on cross industry in terms of utilities, but
yeah, but let me tie on to the comment I made earlier about not being on the bleeding edge. When you get to the maturity that Ignition is today, it enables you to build upon that with certain kinds. I mean, yes, everybody said it on this call, right? You can do anything with this product, but the way that you start making some more money and you lower the stress and the cost for people is you do repeatable solutions. And so we have been able to take, being an MES level integrator, we've built kind of quick start kit solutionware and repeatable stuff on top of Ignition in terms of what we call Spark MES or Spark SCADA. And those are tools that we use today, internal for our integration teams and our customers, where we, in 30 years of doing MES solutions, there is no such thing as an commercial off-the-shelf MES package. I see Remus shaking his head and smiling, right? So we said, hey, we're going to take this platform that everybody loves and uses and becoming more and more standard, and we're going to build capabilities on top of that have 50, 60, 70% out of the box functionality. We know you're going to customize it from there because everybody does. If you can do this, can you do that? Those kinds of questions. But that has unlocked, I mean, I don't know the exact numbers, but I bet 50% of our Ignition work has to do with those quick start kits, Spark SCADA and Spark MES for us. And so that's unlocked a whole new world for us revenue wise repeatability wise, scalability, and we're finding tremendous value in that.
That's great. Thank you, Scott. Evelyn, how has Ignition helped in expanding across industries, and how has it helped?
Well, I think every project leaves knowledge to be used in the next one, but with Ignition, it's more simple. For example, we use MQTT protocol in a tool steel manufacturer in Sweden, and then that knowledge was applied into an oil and gas company here in America, giving a better solution. Also, for example, the design and implementation of VR architectures and cybersecurity strategy can be applied to every big industry. The most important thing is that before we were control system integrator, and the front end was not that attractive, or it was not necessary to be attractive. But since we use Ignition and Perspective, we have learned HTML and CSS tools that are commonly used in business application. And now we are developing better attractive SCADAs.